Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is healing from a breakup or loss, or both, of a romantic relationship with a twin flame soulmate. So, twin flame or soulmate or both. In my mind, it's pretty much the same, but for some of you, there might be more of a distinction. So this basically came to me because I had a dream last night about how my ex, who was my soulmate, and I think nowadays we would consider that a twin flame, he, like, I ran into him in my dream, or we ran into each other, and we ended up getting back together, but this time he had his life together, which he didn't back then. He had addiction issues back then. And in real life, he actually passed away. So I felt like, on the one hand, the dream is telling me that I am ready for it. But at the same time, I also realized this is a very, very good topic because I may not be the only one in a situation where life circumstances were such that we couldn't stay with the twin flame soulmate that we had met. And moving on from that is much harder than from a regular relationship. So basically, like in my case, any relationship after that felt hollow, empty, and unfulfilling because once you've had such a deep soul connection with someone, anything else that isn't just doesn't hold water. It just doesn't compare, not even close. And I know we shouldn't compare, but once you know how the connection can be and you don't have that, it's just extremely unfulfilling, right? So tonight is about healing from that. And there are a few things that actually came to me. And one is when we had the root chakra healing, the way the candle burnt down, this looks like a gravy boat. So like pouring out, but it has a hole, right? So it's like losing all the good substance. But the one end also looks a bit like a tongue, like the one for the sacral chakra. So there's a connection there. Then the way it was dripping off the down to the bottom, like basically some of it dripped off the tray or the plate. And if I lift this up, this kind of looks a little bit like a mini penis, right? I don't know if you can see it that way, but to me, that's kind of what it looks like. So there's definitely in the root chakra, the not feeling safe in a sexual connection. Although I did feel safe with him back then, but generally speaking, I think we need to heal from the pain of that. Then here, this looks like a speaking or talking bubble from a cartoon, so communication. And here, this makes me think of the sucking trunk, if that's what it's called, of a mosquito. So therefore, like draining someone energetically, like an energetic vampire, right? Sucking out, siphoning out the energy. Then I have this rattle again, right? So like new beginnings, like an egg usually represents new life. So we want to heal from that and have new life. Then what came to me, I felt very strongly that I needed to put this calcite crystal ball up there when I did the sacral chakra healing, the last one. And I didn't fully know why. I felt it was orange calcite, but it looks a little more yellow. So I actually checked it out. And I took a whole bunch of notes here. And I'm sorry, I scribbled it again for myself. I wasn't going to actually show it. I was going to peek over and read it. But so yellow and orange calcite, like when I first Googled it, this is what popped up. So for yellow, amongst, like this is not a complete list, but yellow, remember one's own perfection and of the body's energy. Like remembering, the way I understood that was remembering the perfection of the body's energy. And then for the orange calcite, balances emotions and removes fears, amongst other things, right? Like there's other stuff too, but this is what stood out to me. And then for the soulmate breakup or twin flame breakup or the loss of one, grief, even if it's just a relationship that ended, the grief of losing that kind of love can be very strong and overpowering. Then hurt, pain, and suffering, guilt and blame. So this could also be like self-blame, right? So feeling guilty. In my case, because of his drinking, I ended up breaking up with him and leaving him. But I knew that I broke both of our hearts by doing that and struggled with that for many years, right? Even though I went on with my life, but deep down inside, there was a lot of stuff unresolved and buried, right? So, yeah. Then anger, hate, and resentment. And that could be more from the person whose heart was broken, right? And then idealizing and putting the other person on a pedestal. And I know he had idealized me and put me on a pedestal. And I didn't consciously put him on one, but nobody compared after that. So in a sense, I must have done the same, right? Then letting go, and that includes of karmic debts and cycles, forgiving ourselves and the other person, and that all results in taking our power back, which came to me by having this fall off my shelf. I have a picture of a shaman up there to kind of remind me of stepping into my power, of claiming and taking my power. And that, to me, like this picture represents taking our power back, right? Or taking it, like if we didn't have it before, right? So that's what this ceremony is all about. And I am reusing this candle because, first of all, we can still use more and a continuation of the sacral chakra healing for this, because all the emotional stuff, and here these two represent the relationship issues now that relate to childhood issues that carried into the soulmate and twin flame connection, right? So the block here is also helping us letting go of grief and all those dark emotions that I just mentioned, okay? So banishing anything dark that and unhealed and transmuting it. So that's like the outside, the unhealed stuff, the shadows. And again, the inside is our pure heart, our inside, our pure core that is love and light. Like we're all filled with a divine energy, right? Like the divine is within every single person on this planet. It's just, it gets gunked up. See, like some of the dark stuff from the outside went in there as well. And some people have a lot more of it and some people have less, but some of that dark stuff comes inside us, right? So we need to heal from that and let it go. All right. So enough talk. And I realized I forgot to get a match, but I'll just reuse an old one. And hold on, sorry. I didn't even start this one. See, I always keep one of the tall candles burning, which is why I started that black candle yesterday before I started the ceremony, because the other one had burnt down. But now, let's just do that. Okay. Okay, please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational. Any and all black magic, evil witchcraft spells, curses, hexes, parasites, and AI. And fill us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections, and an abundance in all the areas where we're currently lacking. And so it is, all my relations. Okay, let's officially start and call in our spirit guides. Dear Creator, higher power, source and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, Mother Earth, and Great Spirit of the Fire, and all the other four elements, like the three other ones, because there are four altogether. Please help us fully and completely heal from any and all aspects of a breakup and or a loss of a soulmate or a twin flame, or like a twin flame soulmate. How I say it for like in my situation. But whatever applies to each of the viewers, please heal us from that fully and completely in all aspects. And for that, I ask that we heal from verbal, emotional abuse, from anything stemming from our childhood, as well as any and all relationships that needs healing, so that when we attract our next twin flame soulmate, that we can have a healthy sexual connection. That for the calcite, that we remember our own perfection, since we all have the divine within us. And that leads back to self-love and self-acceptance. And that we do not unnecessarily pour out our energy if it's a bottomless pit, but that we're careful with it and only share our energy with those who deserve it. That we no longer allow any energy drain, but that we also don't drain other people's energies. That there's proper communication, and that once we heal from all of this, we shall attract a new, healthy, healed twin flame soulmate into our lives, and we shall be equally healed at the same time. And in some cases, it may be the old twin flame soulmate coming back, but healed at that point, kind of how it was in my dream, right? So let us fully and completely heal from all of that. And I'm going to mention this again as I read it before. So please help us. Please take away any and all grief that we still carry within us, any hurt, pain, and suffering. Take away any blame, self-blame, and guilt that we still hold on to. Any anger, hate, and resentment we might have. And any false image of the other person where we might have idealized them or put them on a pedestal. And we're going to let all of that go. Please help us fully and completely let go of all those dark emotions, of all those shadows and soul fragments that we have. Actually, all the shadows and all the pain and low vibrational dark energies that we've held on to. And we call back, so sorry, slight correction there. And we call back any and all lost, stolen, and given away soul fragments that have to do with any of those connections. We ask to fully help us let go of any and all karmic debts and cycles in connection with all of this, and to forgive ourselves and the other person for any and all wrongdoings, for causing any of the pain, hurt, pain, and suffering. We did the best we could at the time with the knowledge and wisdom we had at the time. And we have to recognize that and truly, fully, and completely forgive ourselves and the other person. And let us be filled with this massive feeling of forgiveness, self-love, self-acceptance, with the divine healing light and unconditional love that fills us with peace and harmony as well, with happiness about who we are, and that fills us again with a wonder and joy for life. Let us return to an innocent, childlike way of looking at the world and let go of all this jaded burden and baggage that we've accumulated over the years. Help us fully and completely let go of all of that and take our power back. This is a royalty-free image that I found on pixarstock.com, so if anybody's interested. I just found it very inspiring. Oh yes, and see that there are two little wooden cutouts. It's a smiling sun, so I have two of those that actually fell out of my pocket, which is also, actually, you know what, hold on. One for each here. Ah, that's what it is. So each of those has a smiling sun on their chest. Oh, yeah, exactly. Sorry, it just came to me. More divine inspiration there. So the smiling sun represents the divine within our chest, within our core. So, and see how happy they look. So now the healing is taking place. Let us be healed and blessed and attract our next new or the same but healed twin flame soulmate into our lives. And so it is. All my relations, all our relations. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let the ceremony be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And thank you, everybody, so much for watching and working on your own healing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you lots of love and light, and be well until next time. Thank you. Bye.